In this video, I'll be teaching you how to properly sew your Urhobo attire or Etibo attire. So let's get started. First thing we are going to do is sew these 2 inches. Remember when we were cutting it, we added 2 inch to the front. So we'll be sewing this 2 inch to the bottom. After sewing the 2 inch, we'll cut yoke for the front side of the shirt. So you fold the fabric into 2 and then you place the front panel on it just like this, and you trace it following the neckline and the shoulder slant. Then from the neck region, you measure 14 inches. You mark it, measure it to the other side, and then you connect it with your ruler and you cut it off. The next thing we are going to do is to fold 1 inch from the edge. So you fold it just like this and then you iron. After ironing, you spread it open and then you iron it properly, just like I'm doing in this video. We'll then proceed to the sewing machine and sew 1 inch. Remember, we folded 1 inch in, so we'll sew the 1 inch to hide the rough edge. After sewing the both sides, we'll proceed to the table, then measure the bottom. Right here, you can see 13.5 inch for the bottom. We'll then proceed to cut the collar stay, which we use for the bottom of the Etibo attire. So this 13.5 inch by 3 inches. You mark it on both sides, and then you connect it with your ruler. You cut it off. You fold it into 2 equal parts just like this, and then you mark 1.5 inch like this, and then 2 inches inward. Curve it with a freehand curve. You can do any design for this bottom. It does not have to be this particular one. You can do any type of design you want with this collar stay, just for you to mark it and then you cut it off. The next thing is to iron it on our material. So this means ironing. Make sure to leave 1 inch forward. You fold it into 2 equal parts. You also iron, then you cut. Please don't cut the collar stay. After cutting, we'll sew it together. After that, you pick the front panel, that's the front side of the shirt that you've sewn with 2 inches, and then you arrange it properly, 1 inch to each side, and you iron. We are going to iron this to the very end. If you've watched to this extent, please hit the subscribe button, also hit the like button, and you can also share this video to others who will benefit from it. After ironing, you arrange it like this, putting the neck together, and then you measure 5 inches from the neck region. So this means measuring the 5 inches, you mark it, and then you cut. Please, while cutting it, don't cut the thread that you used to sew it before now. You can leave 0.25 inches before the thread. You are going to have something like this after cutting off the 5 inches. You arrange it and then you sew the front yoke and the blanket on it. If you haven't watched how to sew a blanket video, I'll put a link in this description so that you can watch that video. So you are going to sew the yoke with 5 inch at the top, then you leave 6 inch for a pocket opening and you sew the remaining part. You also repeat the same process for the other side, 5 inch at the top, 6 inches for pocket opening, and then you sew the remaining side. So this is a video after sewing the yoke, and also the blanket, sew it straight at the center. Then this is the bottom design which you've cut at before. So you sew it and you turn it over, then you arrange it like this at the bottom of the Etibo attire. After arranging it, we'll proceed to the sewing machine and sew it with 1/2 inch. The reason why you are sewing this bottom design is to cover the rough edge and also have a unique design at the bottom of the attire. After sewing it, you turn it over like this, and then you sew 1/2 inch at the edge, 1/2 inch at the middle, you stitch it, and then 1/2 inch at its ending. This is done in order to make the front design to be relaxed. After ironing, the final thing you are going to do is to open the bottom. So this is the middle that we've sewn with 2 inches. You open it up and that will be all. Please hit the subscribe button and also like this